All right, what's going on, guys? Let's see if I can get this screen fixed up here for you. There I am. There it is. Good evening. Welcome to the Gym of All Trades Sunday Night Charts Live. Good to see you guys. I've been so busy lately, guys. We've been in the middle of a move, and guys, we've been working really hard to get the house ready to sell and getting all the contracts and everything else that comes with moving. Lots going on. Plus, we've been doing a production called Shrek the Musical. We do, my wife and my family and my daughters do community theater, and we do it once a year in the summer, every year this time of year. And we just finished our last show today, and we had to do strike. We had to tear down what we had built for the show. And anyway, we're back at it now, guys. Let me know the sound is good, and the audio and video. Well, the sound, yeah, and the video is good, and we'll get started. We're going to jump in here. Good to see you guys. I missed you guys as well. What's up, Eddie? Hey, guy. There's Rob. Good to see you, buddy. Daniel and Korean letters or Chinese. I think it's Korean, but I'm not sure. What's up? I wish I could read that. Jean-Jacques Cavella. Is that right? Yeah, Cavella. I don't know how to say it. Good to see you. Good to see you. There's Edward Park. Missed you, buddy. Kimo Sabi. What's up, buddy? Thanks for being here, bud. Mark Jackson Music. LFG. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Not sure what that means. LFG. Yeah, I thought it might be Korean. I wish I could read it. Tell me your name, and I'll call you by name in the future. There's Brandon XRP. What's up, buddy? Jeff K. Love to have you in the Discord. I saw you thought about maybe coming on in. It's a great place to be. I work very hard for my people. Even when life is going crazy, I still faithful every day. A couple of videos, making sure I'm taking care of the team. Plus, I'm around to be asked questions and got good content for you guys in the Discord. Love to have you. All right, guys, don't forget it's the last month. It's the last week of the month. So anybody that joins this week, you'll end up paying for the month of July today. And then I'll refund your, when July 1st rolls around, Patreon tends to bills on the 1st of the month. I will refund the payment that they charge you on that day. So in other words, you get a free week. So come on into the Discord. No need in waiting. You can come on in. With that said, guys, I'm pretty exhausted. I'm going to do my best for you tonight to stay on, give you as much TA as I can give you. We're going to talk about what we're seeing in the charts. See if we can figure anything out, and let's just see if we can figure out where the market's going. I'm an Elliott Wave trader, guys. What does that mean? It means I look at the market through a lens of 5s and 3s. We're looking for 5s and 3s all over the place, trying to put them together in known structures and see if we can identify the way the market may move, actual wave patterns, shapes of the wave, things of that nature. You can learn a lot about what's going on in the market just by looking at wave structure. You can't know everything, okay, but it's really a tool that you need to have in your arsenal. So I'm here on YouTube to provide that piece of it. There's Ricky Spanish. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Thanks for all you do, man. You're always an encourager and always a good dude in our Discord. I appreciate you, man. And you too, Brandon and Eddie and Kimosabi and iGuy. Sean Stedman there. You guys are all great members of the Discord. Appreciate you guys so much. If I don't recognize your name on YouTube in light of your Discord name, please forgive me. If you're part of the Discord, I didn't highlight you as well. All right. Well, let's jump in. Don't forget, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm no financial advisor. Just going to show you what I'm seeing from a wave perspective. All right. With that said, shall we jump in? I got Diet Coke here tonight, guys. Sorry, had to break it out. It's bad for me. I kind of drink a little pop lately during the show. I got to stop. This will be my last one for a couple of months. I need to stop. All right, let's see what the market's giving us. All right. All right, so let's just zoom out, and we're going to start counting. We're going to start counting this wave. Okay, what we're looking for are 5s and 3s We're going to put those 5s and 3s together, guys, the best we can in known patterns, okay? We're looking for 5s and 3s. So for me, when I look at this wave from top to bottom here, that's 3 waves right to there, okay? 3 waves. I have been calling this 3 waves as well. Now, there's a problem up here. There's what looks to be a flat right in here. So there's some problem areas up here, but let's ignore it. Let's pretend. Let's close our eyes to it. Let's just call that 3 waves there. Okay. Now, what do we see here? Now, it looks like 3 might be developing, or it could be 5. I've got a couple of ways of looking at that. If that's a 3, 3, and this is 5, I can look at it as 3. I can look at it as 5. If it's a 5, then I would count it like this: 1, 2, 3. Here's 4, and there's 5. Okay. So that's the way I would look at that. And if that's the case, then what we're looking at overall is what we call a flat, an expanded flat, where you have a 3-wave A, a 3-wave B that breaks the origin of A, and then a C wave that makes 5 waves to the downside. So that's what we call an expanded flat, and that count is still on the table. Okay, we pulled the fibs to find targets for that. Guys, I don't have the chat pulled up in front of me, so I'm just going to keep talking for a little while and just present this information to you. So I may ignore you in the chat for a little while. Please forgive me if I do, but it's for your own good, so I can get the information out fairly quickly. All right, so we've hit the 1, 4, and 4 area, which is a common target area. The 1, 6, 1, 8 is also a target that we watch, which that puts us all the way down 11,000. That's pretty deep. So what we try to look at here, if this is the count of the larger wave, we try to say, do we have a finished 5 waves? Well, the way I've counted this right here, then this structure that we see right there is a 5-wave structure, okay? And we need to be able to count 5 waves in it. Now, I'm not going to go count that quite yet, because I'm going to show you something here, guys. So this is one of my counts. This is one of the structure counts that as we're looking at, this is just a 3-wave correction that's about finished, if it's not finished already. And we are looking at this area where we are as a potential area for a wave back to the upside, okay? So looking bullish. Okay, as a possibility here. Now, the question is that finished, or do we have another wave to the downside before we go up? That's a question. We're going to talk about that shortly. Okay, but let me show you a couple of interesting things here. Now, if I say, hey, I don't think this is 5 waves, I think it's 3 waves. Now, how do you count it as 3 waves? Well, for one, you could simply just count it as a zigzag, where you have an A, a B, and a C. Okay. And ABC. Now, the way you try to find targets for that is you pull the fibs on the A wave, okay? You pull it back to the B, and you're trying to figure out, okay, where is it going to go? You can go to the 1-to-1 extension. You can go to the 127 extension. So 12,000 right here is a target zone. You can go to the 786. So it's already hit. So we've got 2 fib pulls, 2 different ways of pulling the fibs, 2 different ways of looking at the structure. But they both have target zones right where we are with price. So again, there's a possibility that we've bottomed. It's just, we have to understand that is a possibility, that we have actually bottomed. We are beginning to make our way slowly but surely back to the upside, and we're going to start creating a wave 1, where we make an impulse of 5 waves, or some kind of a diagonal where we get 3-wave moves up in 5 different ways. Every wave, it's 5 waves, but it's 3 waves in every wave. We can look at that, or 5 waves in every wave, but they overlap. Well, I'll show you what that diagonal looks like, or might look like shortly. Okay, so there's another way to do it. But what's interesting about this count? So what's interesting here is that the fibs overlap. The 786 overlaps the 1414. So there's a key fib zone here. What's also interesting here is that that if this is an ABC, okay, I can count this as a 5, 3, 5. So in other words, I have a second count now, a second count that looks at this wave like it's 5 waves. So I have the big ABC that looks at this wave as if it's 5 waves. I've got this count now, a zigzag, that says, hey, this wave needs to be 5 waves. Okay? Now let me show you another way to look at it. I have another count that says instead of an ABC, this is a W, X, and a Y. Okay? The fibs are pulled the same way. Okay? It's just this is 3 waves, that's 3 waves, and this is 3 waves. And in that case, we would probably organize this 3-wave move as a 5, 3, 5. In which case, this wave right here is to be 5 waves. That wave right there. So here's what's interesting. I've got all these different counts, all of them, okay, that are calling for either this entire wave or this last wave to be 5 waves. What's interesting about that is now in every one of those counts, if this entire thing is 5 waves, that means we would let me show you how we count this as 5. If we have a larger count that's calling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That means this wave right here, this 5th wave, needs to be 5 waves as well. Okay? So that wave needs to be 5. Okay, let me show you something else. If this is a WXY, okay, a 535, not a WXY, but ABC, 535, that still puts this last wave as 5. I need 5 there. So whether I'm looking at this entire wave as 5 or this as 3, every one of my counts, every one of them, is kind of saying, look at this wave right here, and we need 5 waves in it. Now, that's interesting to me. And the reason that's interesting is because I have overlapping counts. And it's almost as if it doesn't matter what my count is. It looks like there's a strong possibility that we could be. So listen to my language here. It looks like, so it appears. Okay. Number 2, strong possibility. I'm not saying certainty. I'm saying possibility. Okay. Okay. That there's a potential. So there's another qualitative word there. I want to be clear. I don't know anything, but we got some potential ideas that say, hey, we're about finished, and whenever this wave right here finishes 5 waves, we might be done then. So it behooves us then to just look at that wave, just that last wave and that last wave alone, and say, do we have 5 finished waves there, or do we need some more wave action in order to finish that? That's kind of where we are. You guys tracking with me? Let me know in the chat if you guys are tracking. I'm going to check the chat right now. Kimosabi. That's hilarious, dude. You know, James, I heard, what was it? Was it Ludlow or whatever that guy's name on CNN, that crazy dude? He was calling for 12K. So, you know, when you got a guy on CNN calling for 12K, then maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So let's zoom in here, guys. I see somebody responded. They're following nicely. Very clear. Okay, good. Awesome. So let's just look at that last wave, guys, and let's see if we got 5 waves. What do you think? Now, they can extend this wave. So there's a possibility that my presupposition here is wrong. The idea that this is the 5th wave and we need 5 waves in it. You know, this may be, you know, they might take it lower, and guys, they always find ways to do it, right? They always find ways to do it. You think you got 5 waves, and then all of a sudden they just bring it way, way down. Okay. So, yeah. So, but let's at least look here and see what the plausibility is of us being finished. Okay, so let's go now to the smaller time frame. Look at that wave. Little sieve. I'm moving to a different layout. It's about the same size. We're moving to Michigan. And you can see that my couch is gone behind me, guys. We sold it. We're packing up here, guys, this week. So, yeah, anyway. Bigger house? No, we're actually moving to about the same size house, but we're actually buying something that we can pay cash for. And we want to, protect our assets there in real estate. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what Seth would say for sure. All right, let's zoom in now on this count right here, and let's see if we got 5 waves. So let's go to the 30-minute, and just kind of look what we've got here. Okay. All right. Well, we've got a clear ABC right here. A, B, C. That finished. Okay. And now the new wave to the downside begins right here, and it starts with an impulse wave. Okay. So we got a nice impulse wave to there. Okay. And then the question is, what is the wave 2? Do we put the wave 2 right here? That's possible. Okay. Now, why are we not sure whether to put it here or here? Well, the big deal is that if this could be a flat of some kind, 3, 3, 5, or this could be a 1, 2. Excuse me, a 1, 2, 1, 2, where you have a 1, 2, 1, 2, which means it's the second 1, 2 is the subwave count of the third wave. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put 3 down here for now. We're going to call this a wave 4. Maybe. Call this wave 4. And then look for wave 5. Maybe. I have a problem with the shape of this wave for that count, to be honest with you. I don't like it. There's a lot I don't like about it, but we'll talk about some ideas here in just a moment. Okay, so that's one way to count that guy. Well, we've got a 1 wave followed by a 2 wave. Then we have 3. This is 4, and then what do we need? We need 5. Okay. Now the question is 4 finished in that count? Is 4 finished? Well, 4 needs to be a triangle or some kind of 3-wave move. So the question is, do we have 3 waves here? Okay. Do we have 3 waves? Well, in my world, not really. It's not really a great wave count here for 3 waves. Okay. So how do you get 3 waves out of that? Well, you can get 3 waves, but if you pull the fibs, you'll notice that we don't even come to the 618 extension pulling it that way. So if I pull the fibs this way and say, well, maybe we have a flat here, we do get to the 618, but that's awful shallow, guys. Awful shallow for a third wave. I would expect to see another push to the high here. In fact, I'm thinking, guys, we might be pushing up tonight to take this top out, take out this liquidity up here. I would imagine that's a possibility here. We'll talk about that. We'll get to the small time frame shortly about this wave. But there's a lot about this wave I do not care for, I'll be honest with you, especially as a corrective wave. Couple of things. I don't know how to count this wave. This wave is really ugly. It's really choppy, okay? This wave right here is super chop, super sketch. I'm not sure how to count it. So what I'm finding as an Elliott wave trader, that this area right here on the market, Elliott isn't as helpful as I would like it to be because of the wave structure. It's not clear. It's not plain. There's a lot of chop in there. A lot of hard things. That doesn't mean we don't have ideas for it. It just means that it's very challenging. So we're going to work on that wave in just a little bit. But still, if this is a 3-wave wave 4, then I'd be kind of looking for maybe one more hit to the high. I'd like to see us get up to the 786 or the 1-to-1 and come back and retest this zone right there. I think that would be a really nice way to finish this wave. They did do a little stop hunt today where they popped up, took out this little area, but then they shot it back down. Chances are they're going to revisit that area. I would guess. I would guess that they're probably going to revisit that area. That we could we might have a flat right here. Okay, we might have a flat working right in here where you have. It's hard to tell. Let's just put A. Oh, come on. There we go. We'll put A, B, and C maybe. Let me put the A right, maybe right there. That's a challenging wave to count. There's might be other ways to count it. I could just put that right there, ABC right there. But this could be a flat right here where we have 3 down, 3 up that breaks the high, and then 5 waves to the downside. That may already be finished. Okay, and if that's the case, we might get one more pop to the high here. Boom. Okay, and if that's the case, we get some kind of wave like this to the high. Then what I'd like to call that is a WXY, where you have 3 to there, 3 to there, and then 3 to there. Okay. It's a possibility. It's a possible way of handling that. So if we get a spike to the high, that would be great. And then if we get something like that, then I'd be okay with calling this a wave 4, and I'd be looking for a potential wave 5 back to the downside with targets as low as 12 and 11K. We'd be watching those areas. They don't have to go that low, but we'd be definitely watching that area to get the 5th wave that I was talking about. So let's just review here. We'd be talking about this as 1, this is 2, this is 3. I already drew the 4 right there, that this isn't finished. And then we'd be looking for wave 5 to come on down to our lower target zones where our fibs meet up around 12K zone. Okay? So that's one way of handling that. Okay, that this is a wave 4, that it's gonna provide some kind of a 3-wave move. That this is one idea for a 3-wave move. Let's talk about a couple other ideas for that wave 4. What else could happen here that we still get a wave 4? Well, glad you asked. This could be some kind of a flat where you have an A wave. Maybe this is some kind of a really ugly 3-wave that broke the top. And now we're working on a C wave to the downside, that we're actually beginning a 5-wave move to the downside, where this is creating a flat, okay? And if that's the case, then we're looking at a 3-wave move, wave 4, something like this, A, B, and we work on C after that. And that still gets us up to this region here. It just goes up a little bit more choppy, where we come down, do a little stop hunting first, and then go up. Do a little stop hunting, and then we after that we would expect this wave to come on down and finish the wave. Again, we'd be watching for targets maybe around 12K. Be something, a potential idea. Okay, so there's another idea for a wave that could play out if, and again, I don't know the answer to this question, but if this is a wave 4, again, just to remind you, this would be 1 right there. 2 somewhere up here, 3, and this idea would be wave 4. It's not finished. We're in the process of making it, and then we look for wave 5. Okay, so those are some ideas to play with and to look into as a potential wave shape there for a wave 4. Let's talk about how else can we count this wave. Okay, so what I've just presented to you is an idea that says this current wave is a wave 4 of our impulse, that we would need another wave to the downside to finish 5 waves. Everybody tracking with that. That's the first idea of this wave that we're looking at. Okay? So again, what I started doing, what I started in the live is I boiled everything down to this wave right here. And I said every count that I have points to this wave right here to be an impulse wave, 5 waves, and I want to ask the question, is 5 waves complete? And one answer to that question is no, it's not. 5 waves is not complete. This is a 1, that's a 2, this is 3 down to here. We're making 4, some kind of 4 now, and then we're going to be looking for 5. Everybody tracking with that idea? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat, making sure you're tracking with me. How we doing? Trying to talk slow and careful tonight. Walk through this very simply. You guys doing all right? 77 of you watching. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you've never been here before, I'm certainly want to give you a warm welcome. Hit subscribe and make a comment for me in the chat. Let me know that you're watching for the first time. I'd love to know. Maybe this is the first time you've ever seen my channel and you're checking me out for the first time. Love to hear if you're new. Or maybe you're new and you've only seen a couple of my videos. I'm glad you made it by. So, yeah, we're just kind of chilling out. We're relaxing. We're just kind of being cool and looking at the market and just trying to objectively look at the wave structures and say, hey, what do we see? What do we see? Okay. All right. Let's talk about how else can we interpret this wave. Since I boiled everything down to this wave right here, the beginning of the live, I said, okay, it all depends right here. We need 5 waves. Is 5 waves complete? Okay. Let's answer the question, yes. Let's say, yeah, it's 5 waves and it's already complete. You say, how in the world would we count that? Okay. How would we count this? Well, let's look at it. We got a 1, a 2. We're going to count 3 to here. 4's right there. It's a flat right in there. And this is wave 5. And we have a 5-wave finishing move. We zoom out just a little bit, and we notice that we have a 5-wave finish right here, where we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 waves is done. Yeah, Jean-Jacques, on wave 4 there, that wave structure is absolutely, positively a bunch of trash. Okay, it's just a bunch of trash. It's very, very difficult to read, very hard to understand. So no doubt about it. Hey, Le Fat X. Hey, glad to see you. Glad to see you. Welcome. And have you ever heard of Elliott wave theory? And if you have, great. If you haven't, start learning that this is what we focus in on our channel. And it's not the only thing we do, but it's certainly an important part of the puzzle that I provide to YouTube. It's a hole that I fill on YouTube, so I enjoy that aspect of it. All right, so let's say yeah, we got 5 waves done. That means we have a potential bottom here, guys. That the bottom is in. That we may have hit the bottom, and now we are working our way to the upside. We're gonna maybe start a V-shaped recovery here, guys, or something like that. Austin Kraft, my man. Good to see you, buddy. My brother from another mother. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I miss you too, man. We're getting ready to move to Michigan, bro, this week. Let's connect before that, maybe, if we can. If we can. All right. Anyway, love you, man. All right, so yeah, if it's finished, then we might have a bottom, and this bottom is reminiscent. This bottom is reminiscent of I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a moment. The COVID dump. Let's look at the COVID dump for a minute. Hey, Dave, welcome. Dave Navarro, good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're a first timer. Awesome. I don't make those kinds of predictions. What we do, I mean, I can give you projection and price. Time is a little bit more difficult to deal with, but I can certainly tell you where price might be headed and why I think it's going there. But anyway, yeah, the current move is reminiscent of the COVID dump. That began very, very choppy, very hard to read, not very pretty. Really wasn't. Okay. $10.99. Yeah, that's right. We agree, man. We agree. Let's look at it just a little bit. Maybe on the 1 hour chart. So here's the COVID dump right here. Okay. And then all of a sudden, we got all this chop. I just kind of had this correction and then went up and correct. It kind of made a diagonal in here. That's the best I've got for that. This is what we call a diagonal. Okay. Where you've got 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a pretty difficult count to hold to. You might bring the 1 down here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. You might do that. But it looks like we got a potential diagonal there. But look at this pullback, man. We got almost no pullback along the way. It was just no retrace. Just boom. A little 3-wave, and then off we went. Off we went. Hard to know something like that's going to happen or take place, right? But our current wave structure, guys, is super chop, super sketch. 1 hour chart. There we go. Getting these little pullbacks. Maybe we go up again and pull back, go up again. I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading it, guys. I tell you what. So how do you count this? Okay, let's talk about how we count this wave, because really, if it's finished, then when you're looking for an impulse wave of some kind, looking for a 1 wave, a wave 1 to the upside. And wave 1 is going to be Wave 1 is just going to be 5 waves, an impulse of some kind, whether it's a diagonal or whatever. So how do we handle this move here? Well, potentially we've got a 1 and a 2. All right. Then we could call this 3 and 4 right there, and we can call that 5, potentially. Now, if that's the case here, my problem is that I've been looking at this wave as 5 waves. My problem is that this wave came up and broke the high today, and it's really pretty much invalidated this count. But this is how I was counting the wave until this thing broke the high, because I don't see any other way other than counting this as 5 waves. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like a 5-wave move. And because it looks like 5 waves, that can either be ending something or beginning something. And if this is in the position, okay, of a corrective wave, okay, it's in the position of a corrective wave, and it's got to be corrective. If that's the case, then we either have to call this wave 3 waves, or this is 5-wave structure that's part of a larger 3-wave move. You say, what's the larger 3-wave move then, if that's the case? Here's what we'd be watching. Maybe a 3, 3, 5. Oh, excuse me. We could even bring it down here and call this 3, 3, 5 right there. And there's a flat there. So now what you've got is, so what is this? What is this right here? Well, it resembles 3 waves, doesn't it? It also resembles a potential diagonal. Potentially diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That could be a leading diag. 1 wave. Which, if that's the case, here's what might blow your mind, guys. If that's a wave 1, then what is this flat right here? 1. What is this flat? It's wave 2. What does that mean for this right here? It's part of a wave 3. That this thing has a good chance of just kicking it. to the upside big time. Just getting one of those big green candles to the upside. That is a way of interpreting this wave if this is the bottom. That if the previous wave finished right here, this could be one. It's not pretty. It's not. But it's possible. This flat could be wave 2. Okay. And this is the beginning of a larger wave 3. Okay. So that's a very bullish count, guys. Very bullish. Very bullish. Which means we probably won't retrace a whole lot here. Okay. And this right here is some kind of one wave, and we're getting a wave. Maybe we got a wave 2. Maybe we got a wave 1 today that finished, and we're getting a wave 2. This looks like a potential flat right in here. That could be a flat right there, and that flat might be finished, which means that this is ready to go. This is ready to go. Yeah, Cryptoholics Anonymous. This is a potential leading diagonal right there. Or maybe we're creating a larger leading diagonal that I can't yet see. I can't yet see the wave structure of it yet. That it just needs to form a little bit more. So maybe so. Maybe so. But if this structure right here is a flat right there, because you see how we have 3 waves that broke the high, and then we had a 5-wave move that came down. That's very interesting to me. Okay, let's look at that wave. Let's go to the 5-minute. Look at that for a moment. So how do you count this wave, Jim? How do you count that? I count it as 5 waves. Okay, let me show you how. Could be finished. Like maybe that's a 1 and a 2 right there. This is wave 3 down. Maybe 3 ends maybe right in here at that one. This is a wave 4, right? And then we got a wave 5 to here. I'm not sure about that though, to be honest with you, because this looks very, very much like a flat. How can I count this wave? Let me look at that and see if I can count that as an impulse at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what about a diag? What about an ending diagonal here? I was counting that as kind of a 3-wave-ish, but maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 5. Maybe that could be. If that's the case, then what we've got here is a wave 1 working off the bottom. 1. When that's finished, we'll get a wave 2, and then we'll work our way up for wave 3, and we'll continue to work our way up tonight. So that's the bullish count, guys. That's the bullish count. This right here, all of this is 5 waves. It ended right here. It's finished. And it finished a flat right there. Then that we're going to start heading back to the upside now. How would the leading diag be invalidated? Kiko, what are you thinking? Which leading diagonal are you referring to? Leading diags can be expanding or contracting, Kiko, and sometimes what happens. It's a great question you've asked here. Sometimes what happens is the first wave you just never see it. Yeah, we'll look at ETH here, Sean, in just a minute. So in other words, the idea here is that this could be forming a leading diag, that this could be like a 1 a one, some kind of a, maybe the wave 2 isn't finished. Maybe we get some kind of a flat here, something bigger, right? Where you get a 1-2, and then all of a sudden this is a 1-2. We get a much larger diag. So yeah, it's still potential that we get a diagonal right in here. Okay, it just becomes bigger, and you just can't see the shape of it until it's done. And remember, we can have leading or expand. You can have contracting or expanding diags, right? So there's an idea for a leading diag there, right? But all right. So anyway, so I'm giving you some ideas about how to deal with this wave shape, but here's the thing, and here's where we are, guys. That currently this wave structure is just crap, and it's not clear. And we have to admit, as Elliott traders, that there are times when the wave structure is not clear. And you and I've been teaching my people this week, just re-emphasizing this over and over and over, that you don't have to be in every trade. Okay, you don't have to be in every trade. You don't have to be in the market right now. If you're having a hard time seeing where it's going and what this wave structure is doing, you don't have to be in. You can be sitting on the sideline with your money. You don't have to trade. You don't have to be in a trade. All right. You can sit, you can wait, and you can wait for the trade to set up. You can wait for the market to reveal what it's doing. Okay. For me, Elliott Wave is one of my primary indicators. Is one of my primary tools that I use, as well as the RSI. But when the wave structure is challenging, like it is, my trades, I resort to the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart, and I just trade little 1 to 2% moves of Bitcoin, and I make a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, and I just nickel and dime the market, and I don't try for big moves. Okay. And the reason I do that is it just lets me get in and out of the market very quickly, all right? And I don't have to, I don't have to succumb to the difficulty of what's happening on the chart. I can simply look at the small time frames and make my decisions, and just get in and out of the market, okay? And where my trades are invalidated very closely to where I enter, I see the invalidations of my setups, very close. So I would encourage you guys, if you're struggling like I am to see and understand this wave structure, all I have is ideas to give you guys. I'm just offering ideas. These ideas, I don't know what's going to play. I don't know how it's going to play. I don't know what is correct. I'll only know in time as the market continues to develop and I get more data. We need more data. We need more information. So as it comes in, we'll adjust our ideas, we'll adjust our wave counts, and then we'll trade from there. But until then, I really, really, really need to see more information. But to be certain, but you're never certain, but to have a better sense for where the market is going. But again, this could be the bottom. It's possible. But I've offered 2 ideas tonight. I started tonight, let me review, and then we're going to look at some alts, okay? But I started with the idea that I've got 3 or 4 different wave counts, okay? Ways of interpreting the large time frame. And every one of those counts boil down to this wave right here as needing to be 5 waves. And so the question we're asking is that 5 waves or not? We've answered yes in the affirmative, and we offered some bullish ideas for wave shape that we could see. We answered no in the negative, say, hey, it's not 5 waves. It's actually a wave 4 of some kind. And we talked about some different ideas that should play out if this is a wave 4. Which one is it? I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. It just is what it is, and the market will do what it wants to do. If you nailed me to the wall and said, what's your inclination, Jim? I kind of have a feeling like we may have bottomed. We may have. But I'm very neutral right now. Okay, so that's a feeling I have, but I don't know if it's correct or not. But I have this sense that more of the market is bearish than bullish for now. I don't know how many YouTubers are out there talking about the bottom is in, or how many YouTubers are talking about 12K, but both ideas are on the table, and I think they're going to milk that a little bit in this range. So I imagine if we get a one wave, this could be a wave one right here. Okay, and if this is a wave one, it might not to be totally finished. We might need a spike to the high, and then a three-wave pullback that kind of comes back, and this becomes a wave one, and this becomes a wave two. Okay, and all of this takes time and energy out of the market, going into the middle of July and maybe even into August if it prolongs itself. Doesn't break the low because wave two cannot break the low. Okay, and then all of a sudden we start pumping out of this area. Okay. And we start maybe getting a bottom, much like this area right in here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. This is what we're watching for. We're waiting to see what the market's going to do. Okay, there's blood in the streets right now. We're getting a little bit of a rally, but we're having a pullback right now. Let's do a little RSI analysis here, just to do due diligence to this. What you'll notice here on the 2-hour chart is the RSI is in no man's land. It's in the middle. There is some slight hidden bull divergence on this chart right here. That's exaggerated bullish divergence, but it's there. For now, that could be taken out, but it's something to pay attention to. On the 1-hour chart, you'll see that divergence as well. Okay, so you'll notice this slope to the upward, where this is more straight across. That's kind of hidden bull, but what I don't like about it is that we're sitting in the middle of no man's land. This could make its way to the upside or continue trending to the downside. Excuse me. Nose hair bothering my nose here. Sorry. So in other words, the 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart is not telling us a whole lot about what's going on with the market. Okay? Now, what's interesting on the 90-minute chart here is that we do have a wave structure. We have an RSI wave structure here, trend line right there that we tagged 3 times. Okay, and we have now broken. Okay, this RSI, the RSI has broken that trend to the downside. All right, it's broken, and it's retested it. That is kind of a bearish signal. That's kind of a bearish thing. That chances are this wave, if it's 5 waves, we're going to get a little bit of a retest, maybe a 3-wave pullback on the lower time frames, and we're going to continuation wave, to the downside. Now I'm not sure. Just because it breaks doesn't mean it will continue. Just when it does, it's just very often a sign that the market is going to continue to the downside and finish a wave to the downside. That momentum has shifted. Now, just something to pay attention to. The 12-hour chart, however, what's interesting, even the 8-hour chart is a pretty good one, is that we have a trend line here. The 8-hour has, when I draw the line like that, the 8-hour is broken, but the 12-hour has not broken at all. And that's very interesting to me. In other words, I draw that trend line. We are retesting this trend line right here. Okay, we're retesting it at the moment, and we've not broken it yet. So we still haven't. Our momentum hasn't shifted completely. Okay, and we still have 9 hours on this current green candle, but there is a huge bearish engulfing candle on the 12-hour chart. I mean, that's a major order block right there. Okay, so I would say that if you get a 3-wave move back to the upside on the smaller time frames, we retest maybe the middle of that order block, 60% pullback of that order block. And this might be a good short for you. That we have an engulfing candle to the downside, and this might give us a good short signal, for one more wave to the downside, maybe for 3 waves like this. We'll see. Okay, and if that happens, we could continue on up afterwards if we found a bottom. There's a chance that this might be wave 4 right here, and this was wave 5. wave 5 is finished. Okay, and if that's the case, then we should be heading down for 3 large waves, which we've got 1 wave there. We get a pullback and 3 waves, and then we get another wave to the downside. So those are some ideas for you guys. That's a pretty strong signal right there. That bearish engulfing candle. It's a pretty big deal there on the 12-hour. Let's look at the daily chart. You've also got that bearish engulfing candle on the daily as well. So there's a daily order block right there that's looking pretty strong. Does it have to continue? Down from here? No. Can it find support there? Yeah, it totally can. Let's talk about maybe this is some kind of a diagonal, right? Where on the daily chart it kind of looks like a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a 5. Maybe you get one more hit to the high. 5, and it's really an ugly pattern, but maybe it's some kind of diagonal there, in which you get one more hit to the high, and then we get a 3-way pullback. Potential. It's a possibility, right? So let's watch and see if we get another engulfing green candle like this engulfing green candle. We had an engulfing green candle here. We had an engulfing green candle here. This one. Let's see if we get an engulfing green candle here on the daily to take out this particular candle. That's certainly a potential. All right, let me catch up with the chat, see what you guys are saying, see what your questions are. Okay, nobody's been talking for the last little while. You guys still with me? Hope you're doing okay. All right. 70 of you still watching? I think people are getting tired. The market's wearing them down. Let's look at some alts here, guys, and just take some time and see what the other accounts are saying here. So what's interesting about Ethereum, and that's what we're looking at now, is I see this potential flat here. This could have been the top of a wave right here. Could be the top. But, is that 3 waves? Is it finished? It's hard to tell. This looks fairly corrective here. This looks like a 1-2 with another 1, and we're getting a wave 2 now. Interesting. Could this be a wave 5? I don't know. Could we have some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5? Could be. That could be 5 waves. This is awful big. Could this be a 1-2 to the downside? Totally could. What would that be? Let's go to the 5-minute chart and see what that might be. We'd be looking at 1, 2. Now we got another 1, 2. We're looking at a really big move to the downside. 3, 4, 5. So that would point Bitcoin down with it as well. That's a very bearish count there. That's the very bearish count. And this is just going to go on down in 5 waves. How do you deal with that? Let's look in the 1-hour chart. Couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Kimosabi. Could not have said it better myself. Keep reminding them, guys. Keep reminding them. Just looking at, man, the wave structure is so challenging, guys. So challenging. Man, that doesn't look finished. I wanted to go up one more time, but totally could be done. This is the 1-hour chart. I've got this trend line right here that we've broken to the downside. We're retesting it right now, that trend line. Wonder if we break back up into it. It'd be interesting to see. This looks like a flat. Excuse me, I'm sorry for yawning. This looks like a flat in here. Or maybe here. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4. Maybe that was wave 5 there. And now we got a 1. You know, maybe we're getting, you know, some kind of a 3-wave move to the downside. So we could count this as a 5-wave move that's finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This wave structure is a lot better than Bitcoin, but looking at this down here, there's some hidden bullish divergence that we see, and that's something interesting for me, where you have this peak here and that peak comparatively. Like that's hidden bull. That's divergence that says, hey, Ethereum might go up, but it doesn't look finished yet, so I'm not holding my breath for that. Okay. Wave structure, super sketch, super challenging. Let's look at XRP for a moment. Look at that wave structure, guys. Just absolutely horrendous. What do you make of that? Looks like 5 right there. 3. 3. I don't know what to do with that, guys. What if that's 5, 3, and that's 5? What if that's a 5, 3, 5 right there? Excuse me. Minute chart. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure out what this can be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. 3, 5. I don't know, guys. XRP is... guys, this wave structure is just... oh, man, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I cannot see. Let me look at ADA here. That's a little bit more interesting. So what is that? What is this? One, two, three, four, maybe 5 to there. If that's 5, then maybe this is 3 down. A, B, C. Maybe this is 3 up. Then we get 5 down, so that becomes a flat. A, B, and then C. It would imply up after this is done. I'll tell you what, guys, some of the hardest wave structure I've seen in a while here. I need more data. More data. Getting a bit of a pump right now in Bitcoin. That's cool. Let's see here. How about DOT? See what DOT's doing here. Three up, 3 down. This looks like an unfinished 5-wave move here. Guys, I tell you, DOT just doesn't look finished. I got hidden bullish divergence down here in the 30-minute, or at least let's see if it's on the 2-hour. There's some exaggerated bullish divergence here on the 2-hour right here. It just doesn't look finished. It looks like it needs to go on up. Guys, the best I've got right now is that we probably need to be moving up a little bit tonight. We might be going up to break the high. So we might be going up to break this high up here. That was one of my initial ideas, that this just needs to pump. Let's get up here and finish this. That this was a flat right here, that we need to get up here and finish the wave. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. Let me see what this current wave is that's being created right now. We could have a 1-2 right here. Now we're in the middle of a wave 3. We've begun a wave 3 to the upside. It's a potential. I shared this as an expanding ending diag here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a potential. The other potential is that this whole thing is a flat 3, 3 broke the low, and now we need 5. That we're in the 5th wave right now to the upside, and this is going to reverse and continue down. That's the downward idea. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I haven't looked at BNB in a minute. Let me take a peek at BNB. Guys, I don't want to do a bunch of chart requests tonight, but I tell you, if there's a chart that looks clear, that's kind of maybe we can use to say, hey, this chart is the wave structure is clear, it might give us a one up. So if you guys know of any chart that has a clear wave structure to it, you might mention it in the chat. Let's take a peek at it. I haven't looked at Litecoin in a minute. Let's take a peek at Litecoin. Oh wow, look at that. That wave structure looks almost certainly to go up. Let's go up and break this high. Litecoin looks very amazing, and it looks like a flat. Kind of like an A, B, and a C. And we're getting wave 5. And we need one more hit to the high for wave 5 for this. Yeah, I can't be certain it's going to go up, but it looks like it needs it. Yeah, I've abandoned Litecoin. The wave structure's been crap for quite a while. But I haven't looked at it in quite a while. Let me look at BNB real fast. See if I have it in my list here. Go to my ADA chart. There we go. BNB, USDT, Binance. Boom. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's in a wave that BNB isn't. BNB looks pretty bullish here to me. Guys, I tell you why it looks bullish. This looks like a flat to me, guys. That looks like a flat construction. If that's a flat, this is going to go up and make another high. So if this is a flat on all the charts, guys, if what was formed today is a flat on all the charts, boom, then if that's a flat, then we're going up. That's just is what it is. ETH, is that a flat? Then we go up. So let's see, this is DOT. I don't want DOT. So BNB, if that's a flat. Yeah, I mean, it could be a leading diag, A, B, C, and now in the C wave, we need one more hit to the high. Guys, are y'all suggesting charts that are clear, or are you just asking me to look at any chart? I'd rather not do a bunch of requests. I'd love for somebody to recommend a chart that has a clear wave structure, because I don't think I've got it in me tonight to do a bunch of chart requests. I do want to look at the SPX, so let me take a look at the SPX. All right, so let me show you my count here on the SPX. We have come down to target here, guys, and found a bottom. Guys, this is done. Oh, wow. This is done to me. Not a diagonal chemo. This is a WXY, the best eye. Not a WXY, an ABC. It's an ABC chemo. It's 5. Yeah, 535. That's my count for this. It looks like it's done. A, B, C. Oh, wow. I mean, I had that count for a while, but I forgot to check in. It's been a while since I've checked in. So how do I get 5 waves here? I got a leading diag. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then I got an ABC. I got a flat back to the upside, and now I got 5 waves to the downside, and it looks finished. 1, 2. This is 3. There's 4 and 5, and 5 is finished. This is too high. I think we're in the 1 wave back to the upside. I do. So guys, I mean, the S&P looks done. I think we're getting ready to go up and make all-time highs here. There's a chance, guys, that Bitcoin is bottomed. If S&P is finished, Bitcoin's done as well. I mean, that's just a 3-wave correction as far as I can tell. It measures perfectly to the 1618 area. I've already looked at ETH if you want to rewind there. Guys, I'm bullish right now. Totally am bullish. Look at the S&P chart. That's crazy. It doesn't mean it's going to go straight up from here, but you know, we're looking for longs, right? We're looking for longs. The S&P needs a retrace. There's no doubt about it. But the 1 wave could be higher than you expect, or we could get a 2-wave back. Yeah, I've already done ETH. If you want to go back and rewind the video, I can do ETH. Okay. I mean, you can look at the ETH. So yeah, there's my count there. I think that's a 3-wave move. I'm looking for one more hit to the high, all-time highs here at S&P. One more last hurrah here, guys. That's interesting. That is very interesting.
Well, I had 2,
We do have some hidden bear though here, so we're looking for another pullback. If we get a pullback, if we get a pullback that breaks the low, it's not bottomed.
and I had 2, but I just sold 1.
Yeah, this wave that I've got drawn, that puts us into the midterm elections easy. Interesting. And then we get the dump of a lifetime after that. That's the time to sell. Boom. But to me, the S&P looks about finished. One, 2 down here, 3, 4, and then 5. Yeah, but I'm not counting that as a leading diagonal chemo. I'm counting it as a 3-wave move, 5-3-5, and maybe we go up from here. Oh yeah, looks good. Excuse me. Let's look at the DXY. Let's take a peek at that. Looks like we've got clear this out here. Ah, 1, 2. It might have finished. You know, this could be 5 waves completed. On the daily chart to the upside. That might be done. We've hit the 3618 extension of this move here. That's a good possibility. That's done, guys. Let's look at the top here. Yeah. Might have begun a descent to the downside. That's interesting. It is totally possible. Yeah, I'll check. I'll check oil. What's the? What's your favorite crude oil chart, Bach? Yeah, dollar's looking down here. This could be done. We got a flat right in here. Yeah, man. I don't know if we're going to pump one more time, get a last wave, but I think we're done. Interesting. Let's look at oil. WTI crude, yeah. I think I have that in my list somewhere. Yeah, right there. Ooh. Oil looks up right now. There's hidden bull up here. I mean, it's going to drop a little bit. Should go down a little bit. Definitely seeing a little bit of a pullback, but what is that? What is that? Man, this looks like it could totally go up for another wave, but it could be done. Yeah, oil isn't clear right now. That could have more upside. Totally could. It might have a temporary correction, which would be nice. It'd be super nice for this to make its way back down a little bit. A little bit of a correction, but this wave is not clear what that wave is, but it could be done. And now we could come back for a 60% correction before it makes its way up. Oh, what's going to happen then? Oh, crap. What are our gas prices going to be then? If that plays. You know what I mean? Amazing. Okay, guys. Let's see here. What is any other chart? Any charts that look clear that you've noticed that are clear? Yeah, that's probably. I just don't know if this wave is finished an impulse wave or not. That's my big question mark. Could be. It totally could be. Could have a 1-2 down here in the wick. This could be like a 3. We could get 4 or 5, and then we could get another one. Don't ask me about any charts, guys, unless it actually looks clear, okay? So if you haven't looked at it and you have a clear idea of what it could be, then please don't request it, because I don't want to look at a bunch of charts tonight. I'm just asking if Yep, it all depends. ETH and Bitcoin, guys, what it boils down to is, what is this right here? Is that a flat, or is this a top of something and now we're beginning coming down, right? That's a big question. So is this a flat right in here? 3 down, 3 up, 5 down? I've got a way of counting that as 5. It's ugly as crap. There's no doubt about it. But is it 5 or not? That's the question. So, all right. Let me take a peek at just a couple more charts here, guys. Then we're going to call it a night because I'm pretty tired. Thanks for coming tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed the night, guys. We don't have any clear answers. The market isn't clear. We've worked pretty hard on the wave, and I've given you some ideas as to what I'm thinking about. So, RINF, what is that, man? Four, in a way, 5. Yeah, indeed, those flats are common. That's why I'm a little bullish right now, guys. If wondering if this is the beginning of something to the upside. Inflation expectations ETF. Interesting. Looks like you got a 5-wave move off the bottom. It's not completely finished, but it's close. Looks like we need a little bit of a pullback, but then higher. Looks good. Hey Seth, what's up, buddy? All right, let's take a peek at Solana, just to see if the chart looks good. Looks like a regular crap coin to me. Got a 5-wave move to the upside. I tell you what, Solana has a finished look to it with a V-shaped bottom. This looks finished. Looks like we need a bit of a correction here, guys. Guys, I'll be honest with you. My conclusion here is that I'm pretty bullish, and I see a strong potential that this could be done. We might have actually reached a bottom. Time will tell. But, guys, I mean, the way I'm looking at it, don't be surprised to see a pump over the next several weeks, man. Trade safely, guys. Though trade safely. Make sure you know when to enter your trades, and make sure you know you have good risk management. Please don't lose a bunch of money. But I'll be honest with you. There's a chance we've bottomed. But again, I've given you counts to the ideas that take us down to 12K. Giving you ideas that take us up from here. The wave structure right now is very, very challenging. We need more data, and in the Discord, guys, I'll update you as we move through the week, guys. We'll just be watching that wave every day and just monitoring it every day. And there'll be a day it becomes clear, and then once that comes, guys, we'll be ready to rock. But in the meantime, we'll offer trade setups on the small time frame, and we'll just rock it the best we can. Remember, if you want to join the Discord, just go to my Patreon page, links in the description. Join tonight. I'll give you your money back on July 1st, and you'll get an extra week free. So basically, if you join, you get an extra week gratis. So I'll refund you on the 1st one of your payments there. So guys, thanks for joining me tonight. Appreciate you. Good to chat with you. I've been exhausted. Guys, you can see I'm moving. My place is empty here, and I got lots going on. So I'm going to try to get some videos out this week, and we may be moving at the end of the week. So got to load a truck and Got all kinds to do. So my praying friends, be praying for me, guys. And y'all have a great, great week. Thanks for joining me. It's good to see you guys. Until the next live or until the next video, we'll see you on the next time. Talk to you later.